Hey, this is Seth, and in this video I want to answer this question I got on a comment of one of my videos, which is, I want to ask you, Seth, is SEO dead in the wake of AI? Or specifically, generative search, which is a new feature that's being rolled out by Google that people are concerned may affect SEO and SEO jobs. So I'm hearing a lot about SGE, Search Generative Experience. Is it futile to learn SEO? Thank you for your answer. And if you Google this, you're going to see a lot of videos like, did SEO just die? Is Google killing SEO? A lot of thumbnails of people making funny faces like me. Yes, I did this too, because every year, I've been in this industry since 2010. Every year there's a big update, a new technology, something changes, and then all the people working in the industry freak out, panic, and go, oh my God, SEO is dead. In fact, I've been reading Is SEO Dead articles for 14 years. I just randomly Googled this. Okay, this article is from 2013, SEO is dead. The death of SEO. I think I did one from 2010. 2010, the year SEO isn't important anymore, okay? Just to illustrate the point that this happens all the time. And the short answer to the question that the student posted is no. SEO is not dead. It is not futile to learn SEO skills, and I'm going to explain why. First of all, if you Google this, Google itself actually has a really good answer, which is that SEO is not dead. It's evolving. It's always evolving. SEO, for those of you guys who don't know what SEO is, search engine optimization is the very complex process of making changes both on a website and off of a website to try to rank a website higher in Google's search results. So if you own a daycare center and you want to be the top daycare center, when people Google, I need a daycare center, you would hire an SEO expert to make changes to your website so that you rank up higher than your competition, get more clicks and more customers. It's a billion-dollar industry, and it's where many of my students get their jobs. Now the concern is that with AI, and AI is definitely making a huge impact, but they've introduced this thing called generative search. And if you're on your Google homepage, how did I get here? Go to google.com and you click this little thing in the top, you're going to see this is an experiment right now. It's called an AI experiment, and you can turn it on or turn it off at this point. And what it's doing is it's just altering how the search results appear to people using AI, which is similar to what Bing did when they incorporated OpenAI and ChatGPT. So instead of just seeing the usual search results we're used to, you might see something that looks more like a complete answer to your question. For instance, let's see here. Try an example. What do I need to build my own gaming console? So what it's saying is that at the top of the page, there's going to be almost a ChatGPT-like result answering your question. And the concern from SEO people is that, of course, if my client has a website, right? I want my client's website to be at the top of the page, because most people never scroll, to page 2 or page 3 or page 4. They usually look at the top page or maybe the top five results. And the concern was all of the eyeballs are going to be in this little box here, and suddenly nobody can do SEO to help rank their client sites higher, which is not true. Especially if you even look at this result, what you'll see is that yes, it answers the question. And it doesn't answer it that in depth, but there are organic search results right here at the very top. And SEO again is a process of making optimizations and changes to a client website to help that website rank higher. So all it means is that as AI is incorporated into Google's SEO, we're going to be changing the things you have to do to compete with other websites. And that is how it's always been. What worked in 2010 for SEO is not what doesn't work today. What works today in SEO won't work in 5 years or 10 years. That's why it's such a great industry. It's always evolving, and it's always, there's always new technologies, being applied like through AI. The AI doesn't kill off the entire process. Another thing you need to understand is, here it is. This is from Backlinko, and I recommend this in my course. Google's 200 ranking factors, the complete list. This is just a small understanding of all the different factors that go into which websites Google picks to be at the very top of their search results. You can see it's very complex, and this is why SEO jobs are still so far in demand. They're not going to just eliminate all of these ranking factors. There are reasons why their algorithm is so complex. They're not just going to take all this and just, pump out one result for people. As you can see here, they have to gather the data that the AI searches through from existing websites, like these websites here at the top. And then underneath it, you can see there's still these down here. Now, they haven't even done enough personally. When I see a short answer like this, like if I really wanted to build my own gaming console, you'll need a single board computer or case, Bluetooth, Connect controllers. That's not enough information. I will still need to get more information. And this is like 6 steps. This is so basic. This is a complex thing. I'm going to need to pick one of these articles, or more likely, I still think myself, I like having the choice to look at a few different choices of videos or articles. But so there's going to always be many choices on the Google's result page. Now, the reason for this, I'm going to say, oh, this is just my opinion. It is my opinion. I'm going to give you Neil Patel's take on this because I think he summarized it really well.
SEO and paid ads? Well, here's some interesting stats for you. Did you know Google's generating over $162 billion a year from the paid ad listings on Google search results? And check this out. You know those network sites, when you're on a site and it has AdSense? Google's generating roughly $32 billion a year just from that. How do you think those AdSense sites generate their traffic? Do you think they're buying it from paid ads? No, if they did that, they would lose money. So what they're doing is they're getting their traffic from organic social and organic SEO. They're $1 trillion company. They're not just going to vanish overnight and crush all their revenue just to integrate AI.
That's pretty much what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that Google makes so much money from this search page. This is their bread and butter. Now, for this particular search, I don't see any paid ads, but this is, there are different types of searches as we learn about, like best digital camera 2024. Right, and also remember, I'm overseas in Thailand. This is not the results you're going to see if you're in the U.S. What you're going to see, like here, the sponsored links are going to show up. Again, this is experimental. You're going to see ads, and you're going to see other results. Now it's funny too because people are freaking out about AI. This is still coming from this website TechRadar. So obviously, TechRadar did something with the 200 ranking factors, with all of the things that SEO experts are hired to do, to signal to AI that they would be the top result. And then, of course, you have the next few results and some videos and things like that. But the point is, Google needs people looking at the entire real estate of their search results, because if they got rid of all the paid ads, as Neil Patel says, they're going to lose billions of dollars. And they want people to click on these things. And if you look at TechRadar, I'll bet you anything. Let me see here. Right here. Look at TechRadar. And again, I'm overseas, so I don't know what kind. Oh, here we go. Look at this ad here. This is a Google ad. And there's always been a little discussion about is Google push blogs that have AdSense on it. But Google makes money by you clicking on this ad. So of course, they're going to want to put their websites, a bunch of organic results on search result pages. As Neil said, they make $32 billion a year doing that. So the point is there's still a profit motive in Google. The thing I want to really help you guys understand is that Google itself is a product that is it's a brand name product that it's so popular that it's even a word in the English language. And I want you to think about it like McDonald's, okay? This is McDonald's menu from the 1960s, and the prices are much cheaper, but you've got your quarter pounder and your Big Mac and your cheeseburger. Now look over here. This is one from, I don't know if it's from this year or a few years ago. What do you have? You have a quarter pounder, a Big Mac, and you can get a hamburger, and there's cheeseburgers. Now they added stuff, obviously. I think this is the perfect analogy because this is just like Google search. Like, yes, they're going to be changing the font, changing the design. There's like a McCafe, espresso. There's all these new things they're adding. But look, it's been decades, and the fundamental product that McDonald's and Coca-Cola and all these big companies goes on is the same over all these years. And Google's the same. Like, no matter what changes they make, it has to be a good user experience. It has to give users options, and there are going to be ways for companies to optimize their client websites. And there's going to be websites competing for the top spot in all the different markets. And that is going to require SEO experts to do that. Let me see here. Is SEO dead? It has evolved. It is not as the same as it used to be. That's kind of funny. It's using the generative search to even say that. It's evolving. It always evolves, guys. So when my student, the main point of all this is here. The big question I get from a lot of people is learning SEO going to be futile? Because people have the impression from the news, I think a lot, is that like AI is changing everything, all the jobs are disappearing, and it does, you're kind of left with this hopeless idea that you can't get in, and that's just nonsense. As I'm going to talk about in another video, the core skill sets to get hired for an SEO or PPC job do not have anything to do with AI. AI is still evolving. It is a tool. It is something that can enhance. I say it's kind of like if you were a truck driver, and then the company you're with changed over from using like paper maps to using GPS and Google Maps and all these electronic ways of navigating. That's what AI is. Like you still need to you need to know how to drive the truck, and then the new technology is making it easier for you to navigate and find routes and stuff. You don't have to hunch over the map. I mean, most of you guys are probably don't even remember what it's like to have to use a paper map, but the way that Google Maps and back in the day MapQuest, that's how old I am, changed navigation forever, because you used to have to literally look at a map and chart out the streets and look around you, and now there's just a robot voice telling you all the turns. And I think that's a good analogy for AI. It's like that was a huge shift that helped make life a lot easier, but you still needed to know how to drive the car or the truck. Now, of course, you can have another conversation about self-driving cars. That's for another time. But I'm telling you that the SEO skills that we teach and that companies need are not AI, because AI is still evolving. It is not a core foundational skill set. It needs to be utilized in conjunction with an understanding of things like these algorithm factors. And if you can learn some additional tools on top of the SEO knowledge, that's always a bonus, but it's not the main thing. And these jobs will continue then to be even more in demand. They're talking about how it's going to affect local search, and people have a concern that when you search for like a restaurant near me or an Italian restaurant, somehow you're going to lose eyeballs on your listing, because it's just going to be answering like here, like this hiking trail is right here, and again, like that, nobody's going to look further. I never just take whatever Google says when it's a local search. You're going to look at the Google My Business listings. You want to look at reviews. You want to check out the other reviews. All this is going to be doing, and it says here, Google Business Profile is king. It's still the same strategies that people are using now. It's just going to be shifting. And again, this is why companies need people to do this. This is why it's good for the job market, because some people will think, oh, we did SEO on our business. We did it 5 years ago. Now we're good forever. No, because things are always changing, you need someone like you guys, when you learn the skills, to always be keeping up with these changes. So whenever there's a big change like this, don't panic about it. Be excited. You're like, this is more job security. I have to learn these things, and I'm going to be the person staying on top of this, so that the person that runs the dry cleaning business or the lawyer or whoever, they don't have the time to learn this. That's why they're paying me, or that's why the agency is paying me. So again, guys, it's evolving, it's changing. The foundational skill sets are still very much in demand. And whenever you see these, any type of a video that is, if they are trying to get your attention with this, it's usually, the same thing that's been happening for 10 years. They always say, is SEO dead? Is this dead? Oh my God, AI is changing this, just to get the click. And honestly, I kind of did the same thing. It's just what you do on YouTube, but it's not anything to worry about. But please feel free to leave comments or questions below. I hope you found this informative. Again, if you don't know anything about digital marketing, click the link below to check out my free masterclass, where I teach people, teach you what these jobs are and how it's possible to go from no knowledge to getting a $60,000 a year job within 1 year, a remote job with no previous experience or education. Check out the channel. You'll see testimonials from normal people who had no knowledge and actually got into these amazing careers just by learning these skills and following the instructions that I lay out. And yeah, you can always, again, shoot me an email if you have questions, seth@digitalcareerblueprint.com. Click the link below, blah, blah, blah. It's been a while since I made a video, so I'm a little rusty. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video.